Hello, everyone, and happy Tuesday. It looks like we are live. I am going to wait a moment for Heather to let me know that we actually are live. It may take a moment for it to launch through. Am I live now? Okie dokie. So, what is it showing up on? What's it showing up on the screen there? The monitor over there, Heather. Is it showing that you can click on it yet? Just click on my channel and see what it says there. Hi everyone, welcome. Just give us a few moments. We are currently testing out some new software over on the. Is it showing? Is it good? Okay. So hello everyone, welcome to the Brutus Monroe production studio. I'm really excited to be here with all of you today. Right now I am only working with one monitor. We unfortunately had some issues with the monitors today. The lights are working though, fortunately, and pretty much everything else is working. So we're going to knock on, I guess this isn't really wood, knock on veneer, whatever this is, that everything continues to run pretty smoothly. I do have to chat with our friends at Apple, the Apple business team, to figure out why the two different monitors are, I feel as though the monitors are competing with one another. So something's happening. There's like a loop that it's trying to grab from this monitor, and then it's trying to grab from that monitor, and then this monitor is not, and then it's trying to switch over. It's trying to do a whole lot that we don't need it to do. We just need for this monitor to work and this monitor to work. But right now I only have this one. So if you see me kind of glancing too much over in this direction and not over here, the reason we have two is so that I can easily look back and forth and it doesn't seem like I'm staring at one monitor, because obviously we would have two. I apologize because I have to look in this direction today because that is the only monitor that works today. So let me say my hellos. Hello Gina, hello Marlene, hello Beverly, hello Penny, hello Dawn, hello Nikki, hello Seal. How excited is everybody that's attending the Create Your Own Ending event? I can tell you right now, I am as happy as a pig in mud because I have been seeing what y'all have been posting in the group. And I can tell you right now, oh my goodness, I can see how excited all of you are. I mean, obviously I can't see a lot of your faces. I can see whenever you post though, and I can see kind of some of you are hidden behind the box, and it's really, really cute. And I'm really excited that you are excited because I think it's going to be so fantastic. Michael and our retail team, because I don't know if most of you know this, but we have recently, in the past couple of months, brought on a retail team. They are our fantastic high school students. They're all leaving us very soon, though, because they have to go back to school. But we're super excited because they were here when we needed them most, and that was to get all of those boxes together for you. Hello, Carolyn. Let's see, who else do we have? Hello, Dawn. Hello, Darren. What did Penny say? Brody wanted to color some of the panels. I had to distract him with some of my other panels. Aren't those so those panels, we will have them again. So we will have extras of those panels, but those panels will not launch, as well as none of the, so you all got a sneak peek if you're a Create Your Own Ending event attendee, that we are launching some mini slim products. So the mini slim products, a lot of you got the first view, the first look, the first peak, and we're hoping that we are going to be able to have a whole line of the slim products. That's our goal. That's what we would like to do. But we wanted to do just a little tiny sneak peek of that in my class, so that you were able to see it before it launches. Nikki said, I got my package yesterday and I'm in such love with the Hello Pink Autumn paper pad. Not sure what to do with the glitterific polka dot mermaid tail paint. Oh, everything. I mean, the cool thing about that, and I think that one day I'm going to share with you my technique for using that paint, because those paints are magnificent. I would say sponge it on. It's very similar to when you would use like a nail polish that has a lot of thick glitter in it. You want to sponge it so that you remove most of the stickiness, most of the goop that suspends it. I think it's really cool. Yes, the Create Your Own Ending guests get to create with them first. Yes, hello Donna. Hi everyone. Okay, so today we are going to make a card, and I'm gonna try to do a lot more of these lives that are like midday. Everybody seems to be enjoying the midday lives. I enjoy them as well because I get to go home and cuddle with the puppies and with Rob, and we can have our decompression. We have dinner. I don't feel as stressed to get everything done, get all of my hellos, how was your day at work, how's that all done, and rush to do the live videos. So I hope that this is a good time for you. They're most likely going to be around these times during the day, and I'm hoping that it works for you because it's really been working out for me, and I'd appreciate it if you'd hang out with me at this time when you can. So today we are going to be making a card. Let me go to the top view. We are going to be making a card from our very own Jen Dubell. Most of you know who Jen is because she does some incredible things for us on the Brutus Monroe Inspiration team. And I noticed this card, I think it was the other day, I noticed this card and I instantly fell in love with it because I love a slimline. I love these little characters and I could not wait to create with it. So today we are going to mix things up a little bit because I just love to do the projects that I see from our inspiration team, but I also love to give it kind of a Christopher touch. I like to change things up a little bit. So what we're going to do is we are going to first grab our stamp set. I know that Heather is in the wings today with me helping out. She's on her laptop over in the control center. So she'll be able to post any of these products for you if you are interested in them. Also, as always, if you take a look down below and you click the link right below, I tried to say click and link at the same time, it didn't work. If you click the link right below where the title is, you should be able to pull up all of the products that I'm talking about today, plus the entire fall Halloween release, which I think is just so super cool. And Heather, if you wouldn't mind taking a picture of what you can see on that monitor over there, and maybe we can post it in not right now, obviously, but we can post it in the group, the fan club, so they can see kind of what you see in the control center or what people see when they drive past the big window, because we have a giant window in the studio that people, actually someone just walked past to the pizza shop that stopped to take a look. So I think that's kind of cool. So this is the stamp set. This is again called Spooky Kids. It is 10 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 10 pieces. And I just love these little kids. I love trick-or-treaters. I love everything about, I love it so much. So we're going to use this, and we're also going to use the die set. Just a reminder, and we get a lot of questions about this in customer service, as well as we get a lot of questions on like Facebook and other social media. When you get your dies, they are not backwards, I promise. If you flip them over, you will notice that the die and the stamp is the same. So you can see that they are in the correct order, and they are super light, so you have to take a quick look. The reason that they're super light is we don't want any piracy at Brutus Monroe. We don't want anybody stealing our images. So we have to make them super light on the packaging. But you'll notice that they are flipped on here. Don't worry. It's not, your dies are going to work. It's just because of the way that they're packaged. And all of our dies are now packaged that way, so you can very easily see which stamp goes with what. Hi, Christy. Isn't that cool? Okay, so you're going to need this stamp. You're also going to need some slimline pre-cut panels. I'm going to use the slimline pre-cut panel also to stamp my little characters out today. The reason for that is not because I don't want to go grab some other paper. I mean, that's, I guess, half the reason. But the other half of the reason is this paper is our Perfect Blend, or is it called Perfect Blend? I think it's called Perfect Blend. Our Perfect Blend paper is what we make all of our card panels and bases with. So it just makes sense to me. So I'm going to use this to stamp. You're also going to need some of the, this month's inspiration box will be shown Friday, Donna. Friday, possibly Thursday. We are waiting on the dies. The dies is what we are waiting on. Unfortunately, the dies got stuck in limbo from, as most of you know, we now get our dies from overseas. We kind of had to so that we could give you as many dies as we possibly could. So they just got stuck. So they should, fingers crossed that they'll be here Thursday, and we'll be able to show you that. So you're also going to need a piece of Raven cardstock. You'll need a piece of aubergine cardstock, one of our originals, and then you'll also need a piece of buttercream. You will need, you won't need these, but I got these out because I don't know if a lot of you know that we still carry these. These are the Slim Line Collection 20 sheets. These are the pre-cut card bases in the Slim Line. Great, great thing to have. Then we have Tripleberry and Psych. This is the Tripleberry and Psych ink from Simon Hurley Create. Absolutely love this. Again, a great, great thing to have on hand. You are going to need your colored pencils. I'm using colored pencils today. You could use markers. You could use, I mean, whatever. Create your own ending, but I am going to use the colored pencils tonight. This is something we used to sell at Bruce Monroe. I don't believe we sell these anymore. You're going to need a little adhesive, whatever adhesive is your favorite. This is a roll adhesive I'm using today. You'll need some sort of a stamp positioner so that you can very easily, position your pieces. And then you are also going to need some blending brushes, whatever blending brushes you love the most. Obviously, as most of you know, I always use the blending brushes from Miss Taylor, my good friend, my good Judy in the industry, Taylor. I always use her brushes. Christmas will be released next Thursday. Next Thursday is, so what's really cool, let me get to the front with all of you. What's really cool is you all can see behind me right now. See all of this really, really cool Halloween stuff? That's all going to transform on Friday. So on Friday, all of this Halloween will magically disappear, and there's going to be, it's going to be incredible. There's going to be a Christmas tree over here. There's going to be beautiful garland and twinkle lights, and I think there's actually going to be a wreath behind me. So it's all going to transform into holiday heaven, I guess could be a cool term to use. And I'm really excited to celebrate the holidays with all of you this year and Halloween because, we have a quite the affirmation for Halloween here. So, okay, hold on. So what did Robin say? She said, my sister, okay, so she said, my sister and I opened up our Create Your Own Ending boxes. We tried our aprons on and laughed because they don't cover all of our chest area. Large busts need extra coverage. Laugh out loud, the aprons are really cute. Okay, well, so what you're saying is that, see, this is the thing. So, Robin, when we ordered the aprons, unfortunately, they said one size fits all. Are you saying that they lied to us? Because when we ordered them, and the whole reason that we did, the aprons this year, and hopefully we'll do the aprons in the future, is that they told us we got a lot of feedback last year, and I think the biggest bit of feedback that we got was that the everybody wanted something that they could wear like over and over and over again. Obviously, you can wear your t-shirt as much as you want, but it doesn't really make sense to wear a t-shirt every single day, whereas you can wear your apron every single day. Does that make sense? I hope that does. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get stamping. So I'm gonna grab my Misty here, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna chop my paper off there. I'm gonna place a magnet. You all know how I feel about the magnets in the Misty. I hate it. It's the bane of my existence, but it is what it is. Until I can come up with something to hold something in there without using the magnet, we've got to use the magnet. So it is what it is. But I just, the magnets I feel like just get in the way for me. So let's see. So the little guys that were used on her card are sorry about that noise. I really want to use this little gal in the pumpkin. So that's the first one. Okay. I definitely want to use the vampire because the vampire has been one of my favorites literally since this launched. And then I want to say, do I want to use the zombie? I'm trying to fit them all on one, and I don't know that that's going to happen. Let's see. Can I do it? Do you think I could do it? Let's. How do we feel about that? Does it look like, do they fit? Do they fit? Do they fit? Do they fit? It looks like they fit to me. Yeah. Why don't you use purple tape in the Misty? Well, I've used purple tape in the past, and to tell you the honest to goodness truth, I am not in love with the newest purple tape. I have a feeling there's going to be a update coming out, but I don't like the updated purple tape. So it doesn't really stick super well for me. Do you have room to die cut? We're gonna find out, Kathy. I hope so. We're gonna find out. I mean, it's a 0.5 offset on all of them, so we're gonna find out if I'm gonna have enough room. I hope so. That is something that was in the back of my mind. But yes, so I'm hoping for an update on those. It looks like we might have just enough room. Oh my goodness, did you see that I just wanted to stamp directly on there? That wouldn't have worked. All right. So let's, whoopsies. I think that looks pretty good. I think that stamping looks pretty good. Okay, so let me go ahead and put away my ink. I have these fancy new drawers that someday I'm gonna have to share with you what they look like. They're these fancy new drawers that are underneath of my table that stick to it, and I think I'll just have to link them up on Amazon because I just think they're brilliant. I'm using some Pumpkin Donut Squeaky Clean, which will be making its debut back again very soon. Oh my goodness. It always smells so good. Okay, so we are done with the Misty for now, so let me go ahead and pop all of these off. I'm also using the Brutus Monroe microfiber cloth. We're hoping that very soon in the production studio we will be so fortunate to have a washer and dryer as well that we'll be able to use with our, who's that?
I'm overflowing.
Who's overflowing? What?
No,
Oh, the apron. Oh yeah, you're not allowed. So we're hoping that. Oh, hi Beverly. So the Misty that I'm using right now is actually the my favorite size. It is I think they call it the mini Misty. Is it the mini?
Yep.
It doesn't say on it, but I'm assuming that it's called the mini Misty. I think that we are sold out of them, but the mini we have 3 of them. Oh, we have 3 in stock. So this is the mini Misty, and I love this. What brand desk or table? I am using, look how cool. So it goes up and down, so we don't have to worry about zooming in and out. So if I ever do a video where I want to be sitting, the table goes up and down. This is the, oh Lord. Heather, you might have to look it up. You might have to Google it for me. It is from IKEA. We'll start there. It is from IKEA, and it is the desk that, it's a sit-stand desk, I believe is what they call it, but it's the electric version. So they do make a version that's not electric, which is also great, but I wanted the electric version because I knew that there were going to be many different people that would be using this studio to broadcast from, so I wanted to make sure that no matter who broadcasts from this studio, we could adjust it. So if someone, yeah, sure. If someone were to use this and they want to sit, because we will have some folks that aren't like me and aren't, and want to stand up the entire time that they're live, we'll give them the option to sit because the desk can go down. Let me try to catch up here. Is that smaller Misty? Okay, I already answered that from Beverly. Nikki said, I just used the last of my pumpkin donut kind, so switching to my refill bottle of hot chocolate scent. Okay, Amy said, if you set the paper in the same corner, you shouldn't need to use tape or magnet. You just need to shift your paper back if it moves when you lift the lid. Yes, I agree 100%. The biggest problem that I have with that is if it shifts even ever so slightly, Amy, and I mean, we're talking ever so slightly, you can really run into some problems. So I tend to attempt to use at least something to stabilize it, but I understand 100%. Okay, Tanner Bell has one of those tables as well. Does he? I'll have to text him and say, I mean, I'm sure that it was probably some sort of I probably saw it at some point, and that's why I got it, because I love it. It's the best thing I could have ever invested in for us in this space because of the height difference of a lot of folks that are working on doing lives. Because I'd like to at some point have like guest live people. And I'm sorry about the furnace monster. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen until it gets cool outside, because the furnace monster is part of the dehumidifier system that we have here in the new studio, which is great because then our camera equipment isn't going to get gross or have any issues because it is being dehumidified, I guess is what you would call it. How are we looking up there on the screen, Heather? Good? Okay. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to place my die right around this little guy. It is, I know I've said this before, and I know that I'm probably like a broken record, but who doesn't love a coordinating die with a stamp? I mean, I've never met anyone. I think it's the greatest invention ever, was being able to have one of these wafer-thin dies with your stamp. So I think what I'm going to have to do, going to have to cut these two out first, and then we'll come back for our little vampire guy. Because the die outline piece is just a little bit too close, which isn't a big deal. Don't fret, my friends. It's not. It'll be okay. But it just needs a little zhuzh. It needs a little help. So let's grab our plates. And I think I'm going to do live one day the Jennifer Maguire technique of fixing your cutting pads, because I just heard Michael actually just told me yesterday that she launched a video, like a really cool video, talking about how you can, revamp your cutting pads. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop our kids out, and now we should be able to just perfectly position our little vampire. And see, we just needed that extra little bit of room. How many of you out there, by a show of comments, already have this set? Hello, LLT PGH. Isn't it great? Oh, it shifted. Did you see that? Thank goodness I saw it, because it wouldn't have mattered if you saw it if I didn't. I love dies with stamps. You know what I do? I do that die. I do the die first, then stamp and the die cut. That's brilliant, Nikki. I think I've shown that a couple of times, actually. I'm pretty sure I've done that with like the SVGs, I think. So, yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and peel this off. Oh, no. Oh, it's okay. I thought I peeled off some of his face, but I didn't. I mean, how Halloween is that? Oh, hold on one second, you guys. I have to go grab this garbage can because I don't want to... Oh, Heather took my cue. I think it'll fit under... Well, will it fit under here?
Camera.
Oh, yeah, don't do that. You'll see Heather. And you'll see Heather by it because the camera will literally fly. Thank you so much, my dear. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to pop all of our little guys out of here. And I would not suggest using this particular washi tape. I don't even know where this washi tape came from. But I can tell you right now, it's literally the oldest washi tape, and I think the history of washi tapes. So I'm going to pass this over here because Heather is really good at putting dies back where they belong and fixing things. So here are our little characters. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to color them. Let's see. What else did everyone say? That way it doesn't ruin the stamped image if it shifts. I still will need this because I'll need the... Oh, yeah, you need that. I need to get the... Oh, wait, hold on. I need to get the alabaster embossing powder, so I'll look at your other products when I do. Thank you so much, Amy. We sure do appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I am going to take out these colored pencils. We're going to get to coloring. Now, we're not going to do any, crazy, off-the-wall coloring today. I think we can just do some very simple, color and what does Gina K call it? Color and chat and color, something like that.
No, even though we don't have those, I put Oli's link up.
Oh, good. Yeah. So the Oli colored pencils are just as fabulous. I think there's actually a I think they're like, what are they called? Double-sided, 2-for-1, 2-for... There's a bunch of different ones, but the 2-for-1s I think are my favorite. Let's see. Penny said that's the real reason he likes the studio. Heather is there to organize him. 100% correct. Heather, when do you go live again? I want to put a reminder on my calendar. I bet she'll probably go live Friday is probably what I'm thinking. It all depends. We are awaiting our stamp manufacturer. It's a little overwhelmed right now. This is that time of year when the stamp manufacturers all are like, because everybody's getting ready to release their holiday. So we're just waiting on that stamp. That stamp should be here any day now. I think maybe tomorrow, actually, it will be here. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to begin coloring. I'm going to begin by coloring this this little lady here. I love her. Let's call her Gertrude because she just, for some reason to me, she looks like a Gertrude. I don't know why. So how is everyone's day? Alan Baster isn't showing up under embossing powders. Okay. Heather will definitely make a note of that, and I can guarantee that she is already on her way to share the link with you. Now, just so everybody knows, the final emails should go out for the beta testing on Friday. So if you are, or if you signed up to be a beta tester, unfortunately, not every single person is going to be able to be one, because we are still receiving inquiries to be beta testers. So not everyone will be able to be one, but I'm sure that we will have additional beta testing opportunities in the future. And if we have any additional ones in the future, obviously, all of you that have signed up or, want to be a part of it, you will all be the first people that we reach out to. You're on my old phone while I use my Cricut to cut out cacti. What are you cutting out cacti for, Nikki? You making a project? Some sort of a, what would be really cool is if I had a embossing pen down here, which unfortunately I do not, but if I had an embossing pen down here and I could go in and I could create, do a little bit of what's it called? Do a little bit of the glow in the dark on the mouth, because that would be really cool to show up. Okay, thank you, Heather. I wonder why is it showing up on the big list? I'm not sure. We'll have to figure out. I mean, I know that the reason that I brought up the beta testing is because that's what that made me think of. I know that right now on the website there's a lot of things kind of circling around and going into different places that they weren't in before. So with that being said, I believe that because of that, there's going to be some things that are not in the area in which they were in before. So I'm thinking that's probably what is happening. So hopefully they will be back. How do you use finishing glaze? Beta testing the new website. So finishing glaze is something that you would use on top of a project. So for instance, I would say use it like I use it in the place of Mod Podge. It's a very similar product to that. I believe Michael has a video here on the channel, and I'm pretty sure that Heather, again, can go out and grab it. It is the video that he did with the wizard. He made the wizard tag, Heather, if you remember. That is what he showed how to use it on that. He did like a really, really cool kind of decoupage-y kind of I don't know exactly how to explain it. It was like a really decoupage, and it was a really, really cool project that he made, and that is what it's used for. There are two different types. There is a matte, and there is also there's a matte, and there is a shiny, glossy. So either way, they both are really, really cool. But it all really just depends on what your project is. So I want to say that he used the matte. I think that he might have used both. I can't remember. It was quite some time ago that he used them, but now I can't really remember exactly. But it's a really, really cool medium. I could tell you that if you want to paint like a ceramic or something, or if you have like a ceramic product that you're painting, after you paint it with like the regular paint, you can use the finishing glaze, the glossy finishing glaze, and that glossy glaze will make it look like it was like kiln fired. So there's our first one. I just love it. I think it's so cute. Okay, let's go to our second one, our little vampire. Okay, let's see. Do I have any other questions? Do I need to use your foil embossing powder with a foil machine? You just have to use a laminator. Something that will heat it up. That's all you need. My mom's church group is assigned to a school near my house, and they are decorating the teacher's lounge in a fiesta theme. So my mom volunteered me to cut out 70 cacti. Well, isn't that just the sweetest thing she could have ever done? 70! Oh my goodness. Oh, there you go. Heather just posted that link. Yeah, the mat is really cool. So it looks like she did a really cool technique on this hair that I'm going to try to emulate. She added some blue in the center here. And the blue is, I think, is to give it like a, almost like a highlight. So let's see if I can do that too. It looks really, really cool on hers. So hopefully I can blend in, and I don't want to fully, do the, oh, yep. It definitely gives it that kind of moon look, that moon glow on the top. Oh, I love that. Can you see that? Let's see. I think that looks cool. And I don't think she did anything on the face of the kids. It looks like they're just kind of pale. I'm gonna give him red eyes because duh. I mean, he's a vampire. I mean, where else is it appropriate to give someone a red eye? So, and I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna color his little cape red as well. And I think that this is all going to look great. And again, I'm just kind of emulating, what she did. And you obviously, can follow along and color the same way I am or color it differently. The cool thing about these kids, in my opinion, the way that they are drawn, is it's very cartoon-like. It's very whimsical. It's very fun. So I think that since it's so whimsical and fun, it makes it really, really easy and really, really simple to create a really, really, really simple coloring. You don't need to, I don't think you need to have a PhD in coloring to color something for a card. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some folks out there that I've seen their coloring, and I am just in absolute awe and disbelief that is something that was colored by a human and not a computer. And I just think that that's so cool. And there are some, colorists out there that do such incredible coloring. For me, I mean, you've seen me color before, and you've seen me do some really, really, really intricate and really, really, unique coloring. But for me, it's not always about that. I feel like there are times, and, you may agree or disagree, that there are times that there are going to be some folks that are going to receive the card that have no idea that how you colored it, or if you colored it, or, how to color. So I have a feeling that generally most of the folks that receive your cards are going to be so happy that they have received a handmade card from you that they could care less that it is something that is colored to perfection. I promise you that. Okay, so Sarah said glazed, like a donut. Okay, so we're on our last little guy here. So we're going to go ahead and color now Frankie. I know that's kind of a cop-out. I mean, Frankie, how simple of a name. But Frankie is who we're going to color in next. And I just absolutely adore him. I think the thing that I love the most about them is they just have the most animated eyes. And I just think it's so super, super, super cute. So now I think we'll give him like a turquoisey kind of an eye. And it would be really cool, it'd also be cool to go in and color in perhaps their eyes. Like you could color in their eyes with some glow in the dark. We do have glow in the dark chroma glaze as well that you could go in and use. Really, the sky's the limit. You could go in and you could do so much. Let's see, how's everybody doing? Oh, still, I guess everybody's just kind of watching along. Because I don't see any more comments. Oh, I just saw one pop up out of the corner of my eye. That's what it's called when you... Oh! Thank you, Sarah. I said, glazed like... you can tell I'm hungry. Glazed like a donut. Okay, so now I think that Frankie, if I recall, I think he has a purplish shirt. Obviously you can do whatever you want, but There we go. And then we'll use a little bit of brown for his jacket here. Is there supposed to be a birthday stamp? There is a birthday stamp. Is your birthday this month, Nikki? If your account is not tagged, I've seen you posting them, Christy. They look great. Are colored pencils your go-to medium for coloring? Absolutely not. I like markers. Markers and watercolor is my number one, then markers, and then after that would be colored pencils. But I'm kind of falling in love with colored pencils again today. I mean, I'm having a really good time. I'm having a really good time using these colored pencils. Now, I mean, obviously, again, you'll see folks that will use like Gamsol and all sorts of different stuff with it. I personally don't like Gamsol because it's really... The fumes, from what I understand, my good Judy told me one time that the scent or the fumes from it aren't good for you. But I mean, anything that's going to break down wax, you know, it was the second. Okay, so what you'll want to do is email info@producermonroe.com and send over your birthday information, and we'll get that all squared away for you. If you you would place, so basically the way it works is you would place an order. You would place a shippable order other than the subscription order on your birthday month, and you automatically will receive a birthday stamp. Sorry everyone, I'm just putting away my color pencils. Yeah, so if you, you'll get, and it's a really cool stamp that you can only get. Now, of course, I mean, if we have some left over, they'll probably go into like mystery boxes or something. I don't think we're going to have that many left over, but you won't be able to buy it, I guess is what I should say. It's not something that you'll be able to just go onto the website and purchase. It will not work like that. All right. All of our pencils are away. Good, good, good. Okay, so now we're going to do some ink blending. We'll do the ink blending before we cut down the panel, because there's nothing worse than not having enough, in my opinion, there's nothing worse than not having enough space on your panel when you're ink blending. Okay, so let's move our little characters over to the side because we don't want to get them, we don't want them to get ruined. Okay, so let's grab another one of the pre-cut panels. And the great thing is I'm just going to blend these directly onto this glass mat, which makes life super simple. And I'm just going to start with the Psych. Again, this is Psych from, let's see here. I have the Wax Spectrum pencils, and yes, do use Gamsol. Smell isn't bad at all. Oh, the smell isn't bad? Okay. I heard something about the, it was something about like the fumes. It wasn't the smell, but I guess it's not good. I don't know.
The fumes that it gives off are not good to breathe.
Oh, it's not the smell. It's, I guess, the fumes that it gives off aren't great to breathe. It's like a, I mean, it's like a paint thinner, right? Okay.
And it evaporates too.
It evaporates like really quick, doesn't it? Okay. So I'm going in and I'm just blending. We're kind of creating like a moon. So you can see on her card, she created almost like a moon-like background. And I think I might actually do, to create some visual interest, I might sprinkle a little bit of water on this. I don't know if I have, do I have a water brush in here? Ah, I sure do. Okay. I love having this little drawer here. It's amazing when you just, you have the studio and you can just grab things that you need. Hi, all. Hard for me to make these afternoon lives, but glad I made it this one, even though I'm late. It's okay, Jen. Better late than never is what I say. So I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to add just a little bit of color. And again, you can go you can go around in a circle like this if that's more comfortable for you. For me, I kind of like just coming in from the edge. We're creating a spooky sky. So you don't, I mean, there's no right or wrong way to do this. I'm just going to come in and I'm just going to add extra color to the sides, and that's kind of the trick that I'll give you today. It's kind of the tip of the day, is if you come in from the sides and you add more color around these areas, it kind of eliminates the look that you haven't gone around in a complete circle. Does that make sense? See how that really created a very quick spooky sky? Hello, just got my box a few minutes ago, and I'm so excited. I am so excited for you, Heather. I am so excited for you. So now we're going to go ahead and we're just going to add a little bit more color. So again, you're just going to kind of round things out, and you can just add, again, just a little bit of deeper color to the top and bottom. But what we're going to do is we're going to come back in, don't you worry. We're going to come back in with this lighter shade, this yellow, and we will be able to add a little bit of extra psych around the edges, and that will, a little bit extra psych in the center, and that will give us the look that we oh so desire. All right, so that there is our spooky sky. I'm going to grab some more of the psych, and the reason for this is now we can blend these two together. Now, obviously, these aren't colors that normally would blend together. These aren't colors that you would use together, but the cool thing is the triple berry and the, oh, I keep on scrunching up my paper, which is okay. It's a Halloween card, you know. You can get away with a lot on a Halloween card. So I'm just going in and I'm gonna zhuzh this out a little bit, and can you see how I'm now working outwards a little bit more, and it creates more of a spooky spectrum, I guess is what we can call it. All right, so let me close up that ink. Let me put away my blending brushes, and what I'm going to do is I am going to wipe off my desk, because can you see how that's gotten all over there, and we don't want that all over our finished card. So we're going to hit it with some squeaky. It's mineral spirits. Only use a little and put in the cap so it doesn't evaporate. Okay, perfect. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to clean off our... Yes, if you want to ever order the Tailored Expressions brushes, per our agreement with Tailored Expressions, we cannot sell them online directly to you, but we can ship them to you. So you would just have to call and, you know, you would have to let us know of your interest in them, and we can add them to an order for you. Okay, so there is our everything's all done there. So let's go ahead and pop down our paper, and we should be good to go. So let's grab our kids, put them up in the corner, and then let's grab our card base. So the card base will need to be, well, the before cut size is, the finished cut size is going to be 7 by 8.5. So the 8.5 is this way. So we're going to need to cut it down to 3.5. Or no. So it's 8.5 by 7, and then we'll score it. And I don't think I have a scoreboard nearby. I don't know if there's one. Yeah, I don't think we've had a scoreboard in a while, but I can just use this guy to score down the center, which you all have seen me do multiple times before. So let me go ahead and pop this into the 7-inch mark. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and place it at the 3.5, and I'm going to grab my scoring tool. And my trick is I always keep this centered like this so that I can go in and I can pop. See how that I can kind of lean it on this side piece so that it will not shift and move. So I'll go ahead and pop that down through like so. And then what you do is you always fold it away from where you scored it. That's my tip and trick. I don't know if everyone else does that, but that's always works for me, and it never shifts or moves. So now we have our little card base. So what we're going to do is we're going to now cut the next one down. We're going to cut some layering pieces. And the next layering piece, so this will be, so this is supposed to be 3.5 by 8.5. So since it's 3.5 by 8.5, we will cut this down to, let's do 3.25. And I'm not going in the same order as her, but that's okay. So we'll do 3.25 by 8.25. All right. So 3.25 by 8.25, and then we will do 3 by 8. So we'll do 3 3x8, and these should be our layering pieces, so these should all fit on top of one another, like so. So that should be, oops, it looks like I'm gonna need a new blade soon. So all of these should fit on top of here like so. Yep, and they do. And then the last piece, so what was the last one? 3x8. So this one should be 2 3/4. 2 3/4 by 7 3/4, I think. Right, 2 3/4. Well, we're gonna make it work. So we're gonna cut up a little bit off of each end. So it's 2 3/4. Okay. By, I think, did I say 7 3/4? Right? 7. So we'll try this. 7 3/4. Oh, I think that should be perfect. So let's see. She is on the ball today, isn't she? She just needed practice again. She hasn't been my video volunteer in a very long time, because she's the only one that ever volunteers to do this part of it. But to tell you the truth, I don't know that she's ever volunteered to do it. I've always been like, Heather, I'm going. Yeah, voluntold. That's it. Yes, voluntold. Okay. Yes. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to add Too Cute to Spook, because I love that, up in the corner. Hopefully this will fit in here. Oh, and it's not going to. So, are there any acrylic blocks in the supply room that you know of? If not, that's okay. I'm just going to... Okay, I'll just use this one that... She's going to look real quick. So let's see. So I could go ahead and... start assembling the base of the card to see if once she finds any... See if she finds a... Oh, she found some. Thank you. I appreciate that. You found them. That's okay. We'll have to just... Well, the Dawn Power Wash is my favorite thing to use to clean the... It's my favorite thing to use to clean those guys. Now, I do not have... I don't think... Nope, I don't. Thought I had like a craft pick. I can tell you I just found mine at home the other day, though, which is great.
I know we don't have a Pokemon.
That's okay. I'm going to have to, at some point, we're going to have to go shopping probably upstairs for things that we are going to need for down here. Because there's a lot of things over the years. I mean, obviously, when Brutus Renault first became a thing, and we actually had our old production studio, which was at 1077 Green Tree Road, way back in the day. It was, we had a whole bunch of different tools and different things that we could use. But when we moved to this location and we no longer had a place to do videos, we opted instead for a place to do classes. We didn't have, we no longer had any of a lot of those pieces. A lot of the pieces. Yes. Christopher, what tape do you recommend to replace the purple tape? Right now, I can't recommend really any. We have been developing an orange tape that will work hopefully really well. It's like a low-tack kind of paper-based tape. I would recommend the purple tape if the purple tape original formulation comes back. Now, I have been told, and I have used it a couple of times, that the new formulation, if you use a lot of pressure, it works great, and I have seen that happen. But the problem for me is when I'm using dyes, the more pressure that I put down, the more, in my opinion, that I could potentially run into an issue. So that is, hello, Maxim. So the problem that we could definitely run into is, that it could grab the paper. You could run into issues with the paper. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could go wrong. I mean, right? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could go wrong at any moment when you're card making. But the thing for me is, and oh my goodness, I don't know if Gina, my friend, Gina K, are you watching? You'd be so proud of me with all of these layers. Because I always say, Gina does the most impeccable layers on her cards. I mean, I'm talking like she does like triple layers and quadruple layers, and she does all these pretty colors. And I just get so excited every time I see them that now I feel good about doing these layers tonight. Yes, I remember oh yes, I just read that. My goodness. I have to get better at not reading them out loud, because if I've already read it, you're like, wait a second, what is this, a broken record? All right, so let's go ahead and pop this down, or pop this off of here. So everybody's having a good day then? Pretty much? So far, so good? Staying healthy. I was trying to say safe and healthy at the same time. So that's selfie. Are you staying selfie? Gina is the queen of layers. I've never in my life. I mean, she has layers, 4 layers. I absolutely adore it. And I always forget how a simple layer can really change the look of a card. I mean, drastically change the look of a card. Oh, I forgot to do our water. So we're going to do that now. So I'm just going to take a couple of driplets of water here. Just a couple on top here, because we don't want it to get too... Oh, and I missed. I do not have a paper towel. If you could grab me one, that would be great. So I'm just going to go in very quickly with a couple little droplets, because this will create what will look like kind of like stars. Thank you very much. That's one thing that I definitely need to get. I'm trying to think as I'm using the space, like all the things that would be great underneath of this table, like things that, because eventually and you guys can't see, I guess I could probably turn you around, but over here, actually, can I show you? Yep. So over there, we're going to have an island. So we're going to have an island there that has all of the different like most used or most needed tools, so that if someone is in here helping, if there's someone in here that's helping me, which most of the time there will be, whether it's Heather Collins or Heather, my sister, or Michael, or one of the retail gals, someone will most likely always be helping me. It's going to make it so much easier if there's like so for instance, what will happen is if I'm blending this and something goes wrong, like it rips or it tears, whoever's over there at that table will be doing the exact same thing that I'm doing. So if something rips or tears or gets broken, we'll easily have a quick switch out, because the last thing you want to do is watch me go on for 45 more minutes doing the exact same thing because something tore. I mean, I personally wouldn't want to watch that, so I wouldn't want to make you watch that. So that's kind of the goal when we have our little island over there as well. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to now stamp our sentiment. Now I need everybody moment of silence because I'm not using a Misty. Christy Marcotte does. Oh, she does. Yes. Do we have any grid paper in here? We sure do. We sure do. Oh, my goodness. All right. The only reason I want a grid mat is not because I, love these things, but also conveniently on these pieces, there is a stamp off section. So that's where, obviously you could do whatever you want, but I like to stamp it once or twice in the notes or stamp off section to make sure we're okay. That looks pretty good to me. All right, so let's move that puppy out of the way. Okay. Terminex showed up. Well, and at your new house, Amy. Yes, I love Christy Marcotte's videos. All right, everyone say a prayer. I'm going to keep it down for a second just to make sure that it takes. It worked! All right. There's the Home Alone monster. In Home Alone, whenever he won't go down in the basement because he thinks that the furnace is a monster, and excuse me, you what? Oh, Virginia bugs. Ugh. The thing is we can probably we probably at some point will be able to talk to the AC people, the HVAC people, to see if there's like a.
Vibrate.
Well, the thing is, I feel like there's got to be one that's not as aggressive, because I mean, can you all hear that at home?
There just has something vibrating against it.
I don't know. It's loud.
Maybe something's loose.
Maybe.
It's old, you know.
Well, the thing is, it's not the thing is the furnace isn't that old though.
Yeah, I am though, and things get loose on me.
Well, yeah, I get that, but I mean, I don't know. It didn't seem like it was in that. I mean, when the HVAC gentleman came in, you don't hear anything? Okay. The HVAC gentleman came in to inspect everything whenever we first moved in. Oh, you can't hear it? Okay.
That would be fun with wobblers.
Because I know, but we're out of them.
I know.
It was something that I was thinking of as well, but the problem is we ran out of wobblers very quickly. We actually had just gotten them in, and literally as soon as we got them in, they were gone. So I don't know if there was a wobbler shortage, but the other thing that would be really cute here, there is a pumpkin. There's a pumpkin in the one set, and I can't remember what that set is.
You can pop them off.
What?
You can pop one out of the pumpkin.
Yeah, I know, but she's already in a pumpkin, which is really cute. But there was I can't remember who was it? Sin? I think Sin just did a card. She just posted it in the Inspiration Team group. I don't think it's been posted anywhere else yet. But she just recently did a card, and I want to put this kind of as close to that as possible. There we go. She just did a card. The only odd sound I'm hearing, I'm used to hearing, is the pizza dough. Oh, can you hear that? She said it's all over the news. Wobbler shortage. Listen. Fall Feast. Hello, Michael. Michael is upstairs manning the entire building because he's the only other person here but me and Heather. Fall Feast. It has a pumpkin, and it would be really cute over here in the corner because you could very easily add. Nope, only when you're in the Mini Monroe. Now, see, the crazy thing is, Penny. Right now we are right below the pizza shop, so we can hear that here, but it hasn't been as bad. I don't think. I haven't heard it yet today, but the thing is, generally they make most of the. Sorry, I'm just moving this guy over here a little bit. They generally make most of the dough now early in the morning, from what I've gathered.
Shannon just said hello.
Hello, Shannon. Did I mess that up? No, let's move it down a little bit. The ponytail is throwing me off because there we go. Hello, Shannon. So, here's our Too Cute to Spook. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. So this is the card that we made today. And this is the card that inspired it. Do what? What did I do?
Nothing.
Oh, it's off screen. So these are the two different cards. I love, love, love this so much. I'm going to grab, I think maybe, we're going to test this. If the white colored pencil works on this black, that's how I'll sign it, because the great thing is now, I don't even have to remember bringing this, I don't have to remember to bring this in to go into an order. It's already here. So I don't have to worry about it getting here. Because if you don't know, these cards go into orders. And there I am. So let's see, what is today? August 10th. There you go. So you can see that this is real life. Just it's going into someone's order. It's most likely going to go into an order. Sometimes I just got these new teeth, so it's all nothing's working correctly. So I didn't really just get new teeth. That's all we need. There'll be rumors running around. Did you hear? Christopher all got new teeth. These are my saved teeth. I just say that when I can't talk. This will go into someone's order probably between today and tomorrow. I'm going to go put it up on Courtney's desk. I'm going to have to let her know that it's not a card for her because she may try to display it, that it was made for her. But I'm going to say that it does have to go into someone's order. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. My mom says she paid a lot of money for that handwriting because that's really the only thing I learned in art school was how to write in all capital letters. That's it. Pretty much everything else I already kind of knew because I was so obsessed with Illustrator and Photoshop and all of those things. I was so obsessed with it that I kind of learned it all, before I got there. Nikki said, I work for Domino's and we found out a few weeks ago that Canada is having a huge Canadian bacon shortage, so we can only use our supply for the Hawaiian specialty pizza we have on the menu. I just ordered some stuff. Oh, thank you, Nikki. Oh my goodness. So, wait a second. Let me reread that. I work for Domino's. I knew that, and we found out a few weeks ago that Canada is having a huge Canadian bacon shortage, so we can only use our supply for the Hawaii. Oh, so you can only use it. Okay. Okay, now I get it. So you can't use it on another pizza. Like you can only use it on that recipe of pizza. That makes sense. All right, my loves. Well, I thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. If you don't have any other questions, I appreciate you all being here today. That is okay, Monique, because this channel is syndicated. So that means that as soon as I am done being live, you'll be able to watch me either on Facebook, Periscope, or YouTube, and wherever else that this kind of gets shared, you'll be able to see it. So I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for hanging out with me this afternoon. My goodness, it's almost 5 o'clock already. The time flies around here. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for being a part of my life. I hope that you are able to get yourself some of these little creepy crawlers, and I hope that you enjoy them as much as I do. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Remember to create something every single day, whether that is your own little trick-or-treater, cute little trick-or-treater card, or your own ending. I love you all to pieces, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye, my friends.